So I was going to wait until my kitchen was immaculately clean to show you how to do this ricotta bake, but that's never going to happen because I'm super busy, so I don't have time to do all that. So what I will do is I will go ahead and show you this ricotta bake, overlook my filthy kitchen and my dirty house. Okay, so this is so super simple that it's actually stupid. First thing you're going to need is this right here. It is 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, and I use the whole milk kind. You can use whatever kind you want, fat-free, whatever. I am not picky, and you shouldn't be either. So you literally just squish that all into the bowl. Then you are going to put in 1 egg, and you are going to mix this up. This stuff is so weird feeling. I'm going to get this nice and mixed. And it may take a minute because this ricotta has obviously been in a tube for a while, so it's kind of got that tube shape, and it takes a minute to kind of work it. Okay, so I suck at cooking videos because I am not a cook that does measurements. I just rarely do. I just do everything by sight and taste and smell. So you use garlic powder, oregano, and basil. You're gonna do this to taste. I mean, there's no, I don't know, there's no specific recipe because some people might like more garlic. Some people may prefer, like me, more basil. Some people may hate oregano. I mean, if you want to do a cheat way, you could just get like the Italian seasoned blend and just put it in here. And then I'll do a little bit of pepper. You don't have to add the pepper if you don't want to. Just mix it up once you get everything incorporated together, like so. Like, this is so simple. I'm just telling you guys, it's just super simple. Now, for the soft food diet, typically, like if you're a bariatric patient and you're watching this, you do not add meat. This would be for 3 weeks out of surgery, so you could do this. If you are somebody who just wants to try this for whatever reason, you do not have to add meat. I am actually going to be adding meat today. I'm going to be adding ground hamburger meat that I'm going to season as if I am making like spaghetti. So you get you a pie dish and you add your ricotta cheese mixture. And there is a lot of it. Scrape down the sides, get it all in there. And then you're just going to kind of push it to the sides. Most exciting video in the world right here. Then we're going to, I almost put that in the sink and then I realized I needed it. Then you're going to add some tomato sauce. If you want to do spaghetti, do spaghetti. I'm just doing plain tomato because I already seasoned the ricotta. You don't want a ton because this will mix in. Just kind of work it to the sides. Somebody else was telling me that you could use something like a different type of cheese. And then I have this. It is mozzarella cheese. It's the soft kind. It's the little pearls. You can use the regular mozzarella cheese if you want to dice it up. But I just prefer these pearls because they're already done. And so then you're just going to drop little pearls of mozzarella everywhere. Now, if you are doing this and you are not putting meat, this next step is not for you. So skip this part. After you do the mozzarella, skip it to the end. It's so exciting watching me do this. I forgot to mention that if you're not going to do the meat, don't use the whole can of sauce. I think this is a 15-ounce can. Probably do about half of this, but if you're going to use meat, save the other half, and then when you're cooking the meat, put that in it. So if you are going to use meat like what I'm doing, I'm using 1 pound of like extra lean ground beef, and you want to, when you get it all cooked down, I'm going to season it too, as if I'm seasoning everything else, just kind of more Italian seasoning. If you do that, if you do cook this down, make sure you drain it. Like any grease at all, try to get rid of as much as possible, because number one, this is a runny dish, and number two, you don't want grease. So make sure you drain that super well. So once you've got your meat thoroughly drained, you just add it right on top. You gently spread that as well. So now, those of you who are not adding meat, welcome back. I'm gonna add a little bit more sauce. I probably, even though I said use the rest of the can on the sauce, the meat, you probably don't want to. It's already gonna be pretty saucy as it is, so just use what you got. Use some of it. I mean, use common sense. Hi, Sully. So this is the last step, the step that you would do whether you add meat or not.
You can add that too?
Not right now. You just add a decent layer of cheese. Are you getting the concept? This is a cheesy dish. And so, there you go. Just make sure it's nice and covered. I mean, it's almost like like I said, it's like a lasagna that's noodleless. That's the basic concept of it. And it's just to kind of replace that for you. So you bake it in the oven for about 25 minutes. I think I will tell you for sure when I finish baking it, and I know for positive how long I baked it, but I do know you bake it at 400 degrees. I forgot one part. Don't salt it. Your mozzarella cheese is already salty, and don't use garlic salt. Use garlic powder if you're going to do that. If you want to reuse real garlic, fantastic, it's even better. I just have garlic powder right now. But don't add salt or it will be way too salty. And who needs that much salt anyway? It came out perfect and bubbly, and it took 15 minutes. So just kind of, and it was at 400 degrees. So just kind of use some common sense when cooking and pay attention to it. So there you go, guys, the ricotta bake. Another tip for the ricotta bake: when you bring it out, it's going to be boiling hot, but let it set for at least 10 to 12 minutes, because if you don't, it will be like a runny mess. But if you give it a little bit of time to cool off some, it'll kind of congeal back up and it won't be so runny, and then you'll be able to actually like eat it. So before any of the food Nazis decide to have a comment about how much cheese I used, there is a balance, and when you are on soft food or just liquids, I mean, you're not going to be ingesting that many calories anyway. And yes, this is probably higher than calories, but it's no higher, it's actually less calories than what you would have if you had lasagna. So that being said, I actually got this recipe from a bariatric doctor. So therefore, if you are a bariatric patient, this is good for you. This is okay for you to have. All that being said, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and let me know in the comments if you make it. Bye.